stream for this Batwing. I didn't make too much progress throughout the week. I only built it a couple times, so I'm off on Fridays, so I thought I would do this live stream, especially to actually have something up on my channel, because I haven't uploaded the videos I recorded, just have had a bit of a busy time. Since I haven't built it in a couple days, it's got a bit dusty. It's really quite built up now, and it'll be even more built up pretty soon when I finish it. I'm just getting the stream up on my laptop so I can see it there. YouTube, that's what it is. And there it is. Okay. I'll just put this right here. Okay, so bag number 11 out of 13. 2 more bags of actual Batwing building. The last bag, which also has the Joker minifigure, which is the figure I'm for sure most excited for from this set. Is my favorite DC character. So, that's the stand, which the stand's cool, but I'm going to be utilizing the part of this set that you can hang it on the wall. That's one part of this set that's always interested me, so I'm excited to do that. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but at some point I will. So the front section, the wings of this seem pretty much complete. Just need to sort of get the middle section, the cockpit area finished. And I think there's a couple more stickers. Yes, there is for the inside of it. And then, of course, there's the really big sticker, which I've been sort of worried about since the start. It's my least favorite type of sticker to place. Of course, I have the gunship back there. You really can't see it, but it's back there, and there's that big sticker. The bugle. I was really happy with how my stickers turned out for the bugle, because those could have turned the set from an amazing looking set, which I think I have it up there looking as, to just quite poor if you don't have the stickers placed right, especially those large screens at the front. The stuff on the inside, even though there's a lot of them, they don't necessarily matter as much, as you'll likely be seeing the outside of the set more than the inside, but I'm still happy they added the amount of detail that was added to that interior. But those big stickers right at the front were quite daunting, because you mess those up and you've messed up a $400 Lego set, in this case a $250 Lego set, the gunship. Even more, of course, Diagon Alley, I think my biggest set, that didn't have any, it had a lot of stickers, a ton of stickers, but, well, actually I was going to say they don't have any large ones, and that's true. There isn't many large ones like those bugle screens. But what they do had with, like, the signs, which you really wanted to get perfect, because it's of course, you're making a street with a bunch of shops. You sort of want them to look good. Okay, 1x1 stickers. I love putting stickers on 1x1 pieces. It's just so fun. 7. Okay, that one's good. It's actually pretty good. I like that. Okay. I am happy with how that one turned out. What is it? Is the red side in? They're so small that it's hard to tell on the instruction manual where the details are meant to go on the set, but I think it's like this. And, okay. More 1x1 stickers. It looks, after this, I have more of those to do. This bag is not big at all, but it's going to take me a little bit because of the stickers, which, I don't know, that's about like a 30-second to a minute process for each one. So, I don't know. I kind of wish 1x1 stickers were just always printed because they're a bit irritating to place. Like, I feel like it would be even worse if I had larger hands, and I don't have necessarily large hands. I just have really long fingers, just sort of like the proportions. My whole body, I have like a whole short body and then long legs, long fingers, just, and small hands. Okay, yep, okay, that's good, okay. I was worried for a second. It was starting off not great, and then it sort of went decent at the end. Is this the correct direction? Or is it supposed to? That's it. Seems like this, I don't even know if I'm gonna end up placing the cockpit this bag or not, but it's for sure a lot of details for the interior, which that's good. Like in these interior am I placing this in the correct spot? Or? This doesn't feel like it's. I need to go back and check that yellow part. It is. It's supposed to be at the same height. I think it came with an orange one. I like to always keep my teal brick separators out. I like those a bit better. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna get. Oh. I was wondering how I was gonna get it off, and then it was right there. Okay. That was easy enough. And now these yellow studs underneath. So I built it correctly, it just doesn't. I take one of these, which is pretty much the height of it. Yeah, that's. Like there, that's fine. But you squish it down a bit and it's not at the same height. I don't know why this isn't working as I would want it to. It's just not. Fitting there as I would like it. No. This is irritating. Really annoying. I don't like this at all. Not like I can fix something on the inside. I don't know why. It's like this. probably be too tall if I did 2 studs here. Yeah, that's too tall. Okay, so it's just not squish it down all that much. I guess that's how it's going to have to be. Okay. Continue building this thing then. Yeah, I'll just get back to talking about Lego stuff and I'll try to dwell on this. This weekend I'm picking up a original clone battle pack, which I'm excited to get. Okay, I've got that in. Fine. Yeah, fine. Okay. I will not try to dwell on that now and just enjoy the build of the set for the rest of it. Unless there's another thing. Part of the build of this set is not that great. Like, you don't have structural stability at the bottom until, like, you build it early on, of course, because that's the base of it. You don't have much stability in the bricks that are placed between the Technic parts until until right at the end. And it's, like, it was only a couple bags ago that I really had the structural stability actually, like, placed in there. So you'd have pieces that just weren't placed in there as much as they should be, or as well as they should be. But it's fixed by the end. It's just odd that it took so long to actually do that. But I think this set will look really great. It's just the building experience for this is not my best big Lego set building experience. It's alright. It's just, there's been a few parts where I wish it was better. There's some really good building techniques used, and I really like some of them, but then other parts just are a little disappointing, and I kind of expect a better building experience for how much the set is, especially since you can get an amazing building experience from a $25 Speed Champions set. Those are, like, they're probably my favorite Lego sets to build. Like, there's nothing special. I collect Lego Star Wars because I like Star Wars and I like the characters and all that, but, like, the building experience of a Lego Star Wars set, I really don't care about at all, because there's not all that much to it. It's quite easy. I think in the last few years there's been some better building techniques integrated into the sets, but the majority of it's just normal builds, and I think other themes have a lot better building experiences, but some other themes for me don't have what I get from a Lego Star Wars set. I buy the Lego Star Wars set for it being Star Wars, not the building experience. With Speed Champions, I like the cars, but not only that, I really love the building experience that you get of it. So, like, some of the cars don't necessarily interest me, but I get them still. Not only because I really like collecting Speed Champions and collecting all the Speed Champion sets, but because of how good the building experience of each set is. I think it's really fun to put together. And of course, there's still a few issues, like prints and stickers, different colors on the prints and stickers being different color sometimes, like reds especially. I find that to be a bit of an issue. And then prints on like the windshield pieces, especially colored prints, don't match up. Another example of reds just not being too great. But overall, I don't think it's that bad, especially when you have sets like the Countach that are just so good. And I don't know if it's a top 10 Lego set for me, but it's a really great Lego set, and for sure my favorite Lego Speed Champion set, so it might be. Now, even before buying this Batwing, I believe it was kind of on my top 10 Lego sets list. Now, everything on that list that I released about a year ago has sort of been pushed back with the release of The Office, because that set has taken my top spot. I didn't think the Black Pearl would ever be dethroned, but it was by The Office, which I haven't reviewed. I will at some point. Whether that is soon, I don't know. It might be like the middle of December before I actually am able to do my review video, just when I get off for the winter and going into my second semester. Just because I don't, like, I've got end of term projects now. I'm going to have exams to study for and all that. So it's just, I don't know when I'll actually be able to film that video. But I think I'll be able to film some stuff. If I have some Funko reviews to do, especially Christmas ones, I'll have the Winter Village video up. Maybe my setup again for my Winter Village this year. And, yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking for a part here. There it is. Getting a lot of the stickers used in this section of it. Is this part of the seat? I think so. Might be. I think this is some sort of console piece. Not 100% sure. Back to Star Wars this year. I think this year has a chance to be one of the best years of the theme. The start of the year seems really great, and I think if the summer turns out really good, this is going to be a really good year for Star Wars. One piece of news that came out for Star Wars that is, I think it's quite exciting, so this is a console piece, is they will be putting the 20th anniversary logo for the 2003 Clone Wars series on the box art of the 501st Battle Pack. And of course, that 501st Battle Pack is a Battlefront set, but I feel like it's more of a general clone thing more than it is the 2003 Clone Wars sets. So I think it would make sense that we see it on the helmets and maybe something else in the Summer Wave. Sort of talked about what I'd like to see in the Summer Wave, and I think for the $150 set of the Wave, sort of with like the ATTE of this year, I'd go with a Republic gunship. I think that's what I would like to see. And then for the bigger set, like the Justifier, so that $200 set, I think I'd like either a Ghost or a Venator. And if they were to release a gunship, I don't know if they'd release a Venator, two large Republic ships in the same year. I don't know if they would do that, or even if I'd like to see that. For the Ghost, I think the Ghost should come out in one of the next two summer waves, just to, whether this, I think this summer wave one could either be a Rebels one where you have the whole Ghost crew, maybe a detachable Phantom, whatever, maybe a Thrawn minifigure in there, which, like, you've got characters in there who will be in the Ahsoka show, but it's not necessarily based off the Ahsoka show, or you wait a year and release it next summer. You pretty much keep the same Ghost design, but then change it up for the characters, maybe a side build or something like that. And that could be the Ghost. So I think in the next two summer waves there should be a Ghost, just whether or not it's from Ahsoka or Rebels. We'll see. But I think that would be a really good larger summer wave set, and one that I would be really excited for. I think the Ghost is one of the most interesting ships in Star Wars. It's a lot more colorful than a lot of the things we see, and I think that's quite cool. But for that 20th anniversary logo on the box, first off, I think the logo looks great. And I really do hope we get a couple things in the summer wave that sort of have that logo. I think I'd be a little bit disappointed with it if it didn't appear in multiple things. Is that actually going back that much? This is almost like a recliner type of seat. It is huge. That's a big seat. Which, of course, this isn't a minifigure compatible set, so it makes sense. I don't know exactly what I would like to see in the summer wave that would come with that logo. Of course, the gunship, I think, would be my top thing. And then, of course, you've got the Return of the Jedi anniversary, which I'm not sure if they're going to have any logos for that on the boxes. Of course, there's brickheads coming out, display sets. I think one of the helmets also might be, like an Endor, one of the Endor Rebel helmets, which I think are really cool. I'm excited to see what that would look like. I don't know why, but I can't find one of these parts. This should be the second part. I wouldn't be able to find now. Actually, that first time was a mistake on my part, for I put a part that I shouldn't have. I either doubled it up or switched it around, and because of that, I couldn't find the part, so it wasn't this, but I can't find it. It's a 1x4 black plate. Okay. I don't think this part's been used at all, this bag, so I don't see where. Okay, that might be it right there. I'm gonna remove this cockpit piece. Like, oh yeah, got it. Okay, that's in there now. Okay, so back to the Star Wars stuff. I think the gunship would be my top thing to utilize that. One thing that I've really wanted is an ARC 170. I think that is one of the coolest shaped ships in Star Wars. I'd love to see a UCS version as one of those, the cheaper May 4th UCS set. Yeah, I'd love to see that sometime. And maybe they do that in a couple years with Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary, I believe. That would be 2024, 5, so still a few years down the line. I think a clone battle pack at the same time with, like, plain Phase 2 clones would be really cool. But for a gunship next year, I'll come back to the gunship, but other sets that I think utilize it, like a Rex's Y-Wing, I just think getting a Phase 2 Rex, whether that would be in a gunship or a Rex's Y-Wing, is just really needed. And I would love to... I'd love to see some set to include him, and of course an ARC 170 would be cool as well, but maybe wait for a couple years for Revenge of the Sith. Maybe even a 2003 Clone Wars set, that would be cool. Of course, that's sort of what the anniversary is for, but it seems sort of like Lego is viewing it more of as a general clone thing, which I really have no issue with, as you're making clone sets, so no matter what they were, really, they're going to sell well, but I'd say the majority know the 2008 Clone Wars show more than the 2003 Clone Wars show. I'd really like to see some cool clone sets in the Summer Wave. Now, of course, I would love a wave that just had Clone Wars sets, but I don't see a wave of sets ever happening again until potentially a movie was to come out. And without that, there's no reason to make a wave of sets. A few sets, 2 to 3 maybe at max, for an anniversary like this, I think would be fitting. And I'd love to see some stuff, and I think the best thing probably would be a Republic gunship. And for that Republic gunship, I don't know what I'd like to see. I for sure wouldn't like to see a 501st gunship. I think we're getting a 501st battle pack. The other battle pack just retired. I think getting some other clone legions would be better. I also would not like a 212th battle pack. As much as I don't have any issue wanting to make an army of one of those 212 clones, and Gunship's not going to do that, but I don't really want that many 212 clones. Like, I don't care all that much. Like, maybe 20 to 40 is what I'd like to have for 212 clones. 212, except for Cody, I just don't really care all that much. I prefer the 501st, and I'd much rather get the Wolfpack. So a Wolfpack gunship with like a Plo Koon minifigure or Wolf minifigure, then a couple Wolfpack clones would be super cool. And I'd love to see that, especially since you get that print on the side of the gunship with Plo Koon and then the clones on the side of it. I'd love to see that as a gunship. Of course, the 2003 Clone Wars Munilus 10 gunship would be super cool. It's just a cool designed gunship, and it would be really cool to see. In a Lego set, just a basic gunship, just a playscale version, an updated version of the ones we've gotten before would be really cool. And I think my top choices for clones in that set first would be a really nice design clone pilot minifigure, so bring the design that was in that Pong Krell Z95 Headhunter set, and take that helmet and make a new clone print for that. I think that would be really cool. And just for the clones in that set, if it was just how I'd say these clones should just be basic Phase 2 clones, I think we need those. And I think that would be a decent inclusion in the set. I don't think we need any legions of clones. I think just getting basic Phase 2 clones, if you're not going to go with Wolfpack, would be my top choice. Now, As much as I love the Wolfpack, they're my favorite design clones. I do worry of the fact that it seems like Lego likes to do one Clone Legion, unless they're the 501st, which I totally don't blame them for. The success of that set is just nuts, and of course it makes sense to make more. But it's sort of like they make one set for each Legion and then sort of move on from that. And I prefer the Wolfpack in a battle pack where it just comes with 4 basic Wolfpack clones, and I can buy as many as I want for the 2 years, and I can get my Wolfpack. Instead, and if it was in a gunship, they're like $20 each on Bricklink, $13 maybe, because they're in a $150 set. You can't really army build that unless they're in a cheaper set. We'll see, but I love a Wolfpack gunship with Wolf, Plo Koon, and a couple Wolfpack clones, and then in a year or two's time, release a Wolfpack battle pack with those clones, and I'd buy them. I love the Wolfpack, and I'd really like to see them in a Lego set. So yeah, that's, I think, my picks for what I would want to see in a Republic gunship this summer. I'm really excited to see what comes out in the summer wave. I don't really remember when the rumors start coming out. It's going to be after May 4th before we really get anything on it, and after that I'm really excited to hear what comes out, and then of course you get some really exciting news or really disappointing news, but if it's really exciting news, gotta wait months and months until they're finally revealed. And yeah, I think next year's gonna be a really good Lego Star Wars year. What did I do this time? I used another wrong piece? Jeez, I am just, at least it wasn't that big of an issue here, but I guess talking and building a set is not something I'm used to, so I guess that's why I'm having multiple errors throughout the set. Like, I never experience errors while building a Lego set, but I've had a few here, and I think it's because of the fact that I'm talking to people and or not talking to anyone, technically. I'm just talking to a camera and nobody's watching, so I'm not talking to anyone. But I guess talking to the camera while building, especially trying to build at my regular speed, sort of would, multitasking there, it's probably not the best idea. But I'm having a good time just talking about Lego. I'm just gonna put these down right now, and okay, where exactly? There it is. Okay. I like at the end of a bag when I have one piece that I know that should never be an extra piece, and it's easy to find where it actually went instead of searching the whole thing. Like, I have a part here. Actually, no, maybe not anymore. I might have fixed it. I think I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did, fix it. Okay, bag 12, last bag of actual Batwing building. Got the cockpit pieces. There's not a ton I see that I'm gonna have to build. Maybe a bit up here, a bit more building here, but there's not that much to build. This seems like a pretty small bag, especially since it seems like there's quite a few larger pieces. So, yeah. Every, okay, I will. I think I'm gonna have more build streams coming up after the weekend of the 16th. So the weekend being the 17th and 18th. I believe so. Because that's around when I get off. And after that, I think I'm gonna have multiple streams, a few build streams, and I think I might just do some streams just wrapping some Christmas presents and talking about Lego. It's sort of something I've been thinking of doing, and like I love wrapping Christmas gifts. So I don't know if I'm gonna do any streams for that, but I will have build streams around then. I think I might do the Winter Village this year. Either building the Winter Village live or putting together my Winter Village, getting all the Winter Village sets of the last few years and putting those together. Which I'm excited to build this one. It looks like a pretty good set. Oh, I didn't even realize this was part of it. There's a bunch of big guns right at the front of it that I still have to place that. And then after that, I think that is pretty much it, except for the cockpit pieces. Maybe a bit of building up there, but other than that, it's not all that much. Hello. Funko Pop? Exclamation point. I like Funko Pops, yeah. And Lego. I like both those. That's the things I like to post, because I like them. Funko Pops, I like that Smeagol Funko Pop that just got recently revealed last week, or this week. Looks quite cool. First live comment. Wow. Okay. I think overall it's been a good set build. It hasn't been the best, but it's been a good build, and it looks really good. So I'm happy about that. One set that I keep thinking about for next year is next year's UCS sets. The May 4th one, and the other one, the later year November one, or is it? It's October, isn't it? It's the Razor Crest of this year. I'm really interested to see what that will end up being. I know there's that thing of Chewbacca, which, if it's buildable Chewbacca, I do not care one bit when it comes to buildable character UCS sets. Honestly, I don't really care that much about sets like the Mos Eisley Cantina. All I really want is UCS Star Wars or UCS ships. I don't want, like, I guess an Endor would be kind of cool, Camino, Geonosis, certain things would be really cool, but I don't want any more Tatooine. I honestly don't want any sets on Tatooine for the next few years. I have no interest in getting Tatooine Lego sets, and for sure will not be buying Mos Eisley Cantina before it retires. That's one set that I do not care about one bit, but I'm excited to see what comes of the May 4th UCS set. I think that will be an interesting one. If it ends up being a buildable Chewbacca, won't be buying it. I might not even be buying it if it isn't. Especially if it's not something I'm interested in. And even something I am interested in, like the Razor Crest. I saw it when I went to a Lego store recently. I got a couple of the Republic fighter tanks. And it was huge. It was just too big, and I don't have enough space for any of it. Well, I have even less space trying to fit this in. I don't even know where I'm gonna put this, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm probably going to buy the Ninjago City Gardens before it retires, the modular police station, and a few other large things. I have no clue where I'm gonna put them, but I'm gonna get them, and I'm probably gonna build them when I shouldn't, but it's gonna... I'll do build streams for those as well. Even though I probably shouldn't be building them, just keep them in the box until I have a bit more space, which I think I will soon. Sort of getting rid of a few things, and then I'll be able to fit some few more shelves, and then I can sort of have a bit more space to put some large sets, because I even have some smaller sets that I have no space for, like the Garganto Showdown I have over here, I have 3 or 4 Republic fighter tanks now, and I don't know what to put or do with the other 3 of them. But I've got them. I've got the clones. Yeah. I like the look of these big guns. Kinda cool. Well built so far. But I don't know what it is, but I can't seem to build Lego today. I made about 3 mistakes in the last 43 minutes and 16 seconds. This is fun to try to take off. I don't know what my top picks for a UCS set would be for May 4th. I think something that would be kind of cool would be a UCS Imperial speeder bike, the type of one you saw on Endor, and you could have Princess Leia and Wicket as the minifigures, like a detailed Princess Leia arm printing, side leg printing, whatever they might want to do. I think that would be a really cool UCS set. I think it fits in that cheaper price, maybe even a bit cheaper. Return of the Jedi based, of course. You can have some sort of anniversary logo on that. I think that's a pretty good UCS set. I love other stuff, like a Arc 170. I keep coming back on that, and I really want that as a UCS set at some point. But I think a Return of the Jedi Imperial speeder bike would be a really cool UCS set. And at that, like, $200 price, couple minifigures. I really hadn't thought about that, but I think that would be a really cool UCS set. And I like that. I really would, yeah. I think that would be a good UCS set, maybe even a bit cheaper than your normal like $250 UCS set. Actually, I think the land speeder this year might have been 300 Canadian. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, I think with Return of the Jedi's, what, 40th anniversary, I think? I think a speeder bike is not a terrible option. I really had never thought about that as a large Lego set. I'm just gonna take my laptop here and I want to see if I can find some sort of UCS Imperial speeder bike. UCS. Return of the Jedi Imperial speeder bike, and I'll put Endor there. Oh, should put Lego in there. Lego. Okay. Yeah, there's some bigger things here. The one issue with it is it's not big enough. It wouldn't be big enough. I think it would be a really cool one, but it would probably work better as like $150 UCS set, and I don't know if they want to make a UCS set that cheap, or because you're sort of a bit too close to like your display set range, where that price is like, it's getting close to what the helmet price is. Actually, no, it's getting really close to what your plaque display sets prices are, especially like that Lego Batwing. I'm pretty sure that's $130. So that's sort of what I would guess for a set like that. But I think sometime that would be a really cool display set. A little plaque in there, of course. No, that's not really a UCS set, but so I don't think they're printing those, but the UCS sets, it seems like they'll be printing those plaques. I'm interested to see if the helmet plaques are printed. I don't expect it, but I wouldn't mind it. I can't... Okay, no. Where are those? Okay. I completely forgot how those helmet plaques actually looked, and they are printed. It's just the Lego Star Wars logo with, I think what I was more thinking of then would be the, Dio or BD1 and those droid display sets, and probe droid, those type of display sets, whether or not they will have plaques on those sets. And I think I'd like that. With something like that where I really want those to be perfect, I really do want those printed, which I'm excited for the UCS sets. Just, there's nothing right now. I think I want to get the Luke's Land Speeder. But other than that, there's no UCS set currently that I really want. So I'm happy to know that when I do buy my next UCS set, the plaque should be printed, so I don't have to build the entire thing and then in the end worry that I'm going to completely screw it up because I've just messed up the plaque. Built 10 bags, 15, 20 bags, however it might be, and I've completely screwed up the set because I messed up the plaque. It's sort of just like this one. I'm a bit worried about it because I'm about to do it, so, you know, I will end this stream a bit early before I finish it completely, because I'm gonna do the plaque, not live, because I've made too many mistakes while live building here that I don't want to make one on this plaque. So I'm going to build the whole stand and all that, then do the plaque part of it. But you'll see the build of the actual thing. And then I might do just a short live stream right when I finish it, just to show it off. Yeah, I'm really happy that they're going to be printing those plaques, because I don't mind stickers in large sets like this, like the small details on the console pieces. I have no issue with those being stickers. But for the plaques, it's just, you want that to be so perfect, because that's, like, you see a large ship, but you also see a huge display plaque with all the information on that set, and you really do want it to be perfect. So I'm really happy that those are going to be printed, but I'm not excited to place this or do this sticker of this plaque. Because if I screw it up, then the entire thing is lost. I'm gonna have to go and buy another Batwing just to get another sticker sheet, because I messed up this big plate, which it really doesn't. This case is not as bad as others, just because I'm gonna be displaying this on my wall, so having a having the display plaque, it's just not going to be there. I'm not going to have the gray stand, so it really isn't a huge issue for me, but I, of course, I don't want to mess it up and make it look terrible, because I will, for the first little bit, be displaying it with that plaque. I've enjoyed doing these build streams. I think they've been fun. I like doing these live build streams. So yeah. One other thing that I didn't mention here. Yesterday, yes. No, it would have been Wednesday, I believe. I got a few more clone minifigure packs. The clone command station. Got 5 of them, ordered 5 of them, hadn't got, I have one, but yeah, I got more of them, so, I believe those ship December the 1st, or that's when they're supposed to ship, so probably doesn't ship. If it does ship till the 1st, it probably won't arrive till like the 5th or the 6th. My birthday is the 4th, so I sort of want them to arrive then, but I don't expect it. If they say the delivery date's the 4th, I know it's going to come the 5th, because that seems to be how the Lego deliveries work. They'll say it'll arrive on the 4th. That's the initial date that's been put on there. Then it's actually the 5th. I find it's always the day after, which doesn't annoy me anymore, because it's sort of used to, but now I know if it says it's going to arrive on the 5th, it's actually going to arrive on the 6th, so I sort of know when it's going to arrive. It's not going to, and then plan from that, not actually the date they put there. Yeah, this set is really coming down here. It's looking good. It's looking quite good. It's all, well, I guess it's black and dark bluish gray. That's its color scheme, which isn't, I guess, necessarily the most interesting of Lego color schemes or of ship color schemes, but I didn't go into this expecting some pink and purple set. I knew what I was getting here, and I like it. I really like this. This is probably one of my favorite Bat vehicles. I love Batmobiles. That's one thing that I've been thinking of for Lego is whether or not I'm going to be getting, because I'm assuming it'll be retiring next year, and if not, the year after that. The tumbler, the large scale tumbler, whether or not I will actually be getting that before it retires. I really like it. And it's hard really to, I'm not 100% sure on whether or not I want to get it. I really like this set, but at the same time, it's like a $350 set. And next year, if that $500 Lord of the Rings D2C set comes out, I'm going to be buying that. That's going to be my big purchase of the year. I'm currently saving my VIP points for the potential of that set coming out, and I think I'm up to I'm past $100 of points now, so I'm sort of hoping to have $300 or $400 worth of points to buy that. I'd like to get to like $500, but I don't think I'll get there now. There's still a few more things I'm going to be getting before the end of the year. So because of that, I might be up to $200 of VIP points for that. Then there's January 1st purchases, which can probably get me at most $50 of points, probably about $20 of points. Then a couple double VIP point events in there. There's May 4th, this year, my May 4th purchase last year was my biggest one. It was the Republic gunship. I think my May 4th promo will likely be, unless I get it before then, because there's a possibility I might just get it right when I can get it, because I want it so bad, and that's the Rex's helmet. I want to get that set right when I can, so my May 4th promo for Star Wars might be, or purchase, Cody's helmet, and then a few 501st battle packs is sort of what I'm thinking of now. If the UCS set ends up being an ARC 170, which, why would it, right? That's just like a dream that I want. Like, I want that, but why would that be the UCS set? If it was something like that, then I'd be, okay, I kind of really want this now. But I don't expect to buy the UCS set for the May 4th promo. I'm thinking I'm gonna get one of the helmets, then some 501st battle packs, or one of the helmets and another display set, or another helmet, something like that. Maybe the May 4th a helmet and the TIE Bomber, if I haven't got that already. Sort of that would be what I would get for May 4th, but I'm going to get the May 4th promo. It's something I like to get each year, and I'm excited to see what it is this year. I hope they do something like they did this year. I don't know what they could do, but some sort of build, and then a minifigure. An interesting minifigure, I think, like they did Amperu. I don't see any set, personally, I want or that is needed for an Amperu minifigure, so I think the inclusion of an Amperu is really cool. I don't know what the, another set in that style would be. Of course, there's stuff like a small Dex's Diner build, which I I saw a video on that where they pretty much took I believe a Clone Command Station, one or two of them, the May 4th promo, and made a really good Dex Diner. Um, that would be a cool set. I haven't opened my last two May 4th promos, but if that was it, I would open it, for sure. But I'm excited to see what comes May 4th. I'm excited to see the UCS set. I'm at a point with Star Wars right now where I think I'm the most excited that I have been for Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, just everything Star Wars than I've ever been. The last time I was probably this excited was probably when Episode 9 was about to come out. Because this first trailer for that, when it released, and you had that Palpatine thing, and even though it was sort of weird, it was like, Palpatine, that's really cool. So I was really excited for that movie, and I would say it disappointed me, and I didn't have the greatest experience in theater. I got like D-box tickets, so you had movement going on. But it was a 12 o'clock at night showing, so it was like the Thursday or whenever. And I've got like a bunch of drunk people who smell like cigarettes, and they're all around me, and it's quite annoying. They're talking, and it did sort of ruin my watching experience of Episode 9. I've recently watched all of these sequel movies a few months ago, and I enjoyed them more than I had originally thought I did. They're still nowhere near, like, my top Star Wars stuff. My top Star Wars stuff right now is for sure something like Andor, which, this week's episode, another really great one. This show is some of the best. Like, there's a lot of factors right now that are contributing to me just loving Lego Star Wars right now, or Star Wars. Lego, with the January sets and the stuff currently out, like, I love collecting clones. Clones are just such a big part of Star Wars for me. And being able to get a decent amount of them, because, of course, I was buying sets when I could get a decent amount of them, but that's not something I did. I got, like, one battle pack, and that was it. Now, I'd wish I had gotten more, but I didn't, and that's just what it is. How does this thing walk in there? Does it not? Is it just sort of placed in there? I think it is. Okay. Now. Okay. Okay, it doesn't fall off or anything when you put it on its side, so that's alright. That's good. Okay, stand time. Joker minifigure. Exciting. So yeah, I'm just really having a good time with Star Wars right now. Also, I've been playing a lot of Battlefront, and just really enjoying that. Stand time. And part I'm most excited about, putting that plaque on. Yay. It's gonna be fun. This is a lot of light blue tray. One thing that I really like, and I don't know how I'm going to integrate it into my display for this set, is the little, like, rooftop stand that's there, where you can fit the 3 minifigures on it. I'm thinking I want to have some sort of shelf, floating shelf that comes out or is underneath this set, where I could have this stand and then maybe a few other things, like the that promo 1989 Batmobile, some small set like that. There's that Flash Tracker set coming out, which we got a bit more information on. The price of it, which I believe is around $55 or $60 Canadian. It was 45 USD, I believe. And that releasing, I believe, March or May, which I'm really excited that we are getting a DC set this year. That feels kind of sad to say that. I'm excited just by the idea of one DC set. But I'm hoping that set is really good. This Batman minifigure here, I don't expect it to be this one. Just first off, I'm assuming that it's going to be the 1989 Batmobile in like a play scale version with a Flash minifigure. There was that torso leak of the Flash minifigure, which it seemed like a fine torso. Here is the Joker. Looking pretty good. I like this figure. Cool. I really like that face print. I believe I just had the most viewers I've had at one time on the stream. 3. Yeah. I'm doing good. This has been my most viewed stream, I feel like. Oh, wow. This one is going over an hour. Well, of course, I usually build 2 bags. I've usually built 2 bags on these streams, now doing a 3rd now. We'll end it a bit early, where I'm going to do that sticker, that I am frightened by doing. Not really frightened, just a little bit anxious about doing it. I feel it's a huge sticker, and messing it up would be quite bad. Quite bad. So, hopefully I don't. I've had experience with these stickers, so I shouldn't. But if I do, it'll suck. But if I don't, it's not like it's going to be anything special, but at least it's not messed up. So I might just spend about 10 minutes just trying to straighten this thing up and make it the best sticker placement I've ever done, even though it doesn't really matter that much, because I'm not even going to display it with the black. But I'm going to try so hard to make sure that this plaque looks good for the little while that I have it on it. And just so that it's a good sticker placement. I don't like poor sticker placements. It's just bad. I don't like my Lego sets to look good. As I look back at some sets I have in bins, some of my favorite Lego sets, like the Indiana Jones fighter plane chase set, I think is one of the best. It's probably my favorite Indiana Jones sets, and probably is in my top 5 Lego sets. Or top 10, sorry. And my sticker placement on that is terrible. But yeah, I'm really excited to see the updated version of that set, and really excited to see the Indiana Jones set. It's next year. Next year is really shaping up to be a really great Lego year from what I can see. There's a few themes that are disappointing me a bit, like the one Creator Expert car that's coming out. I don't care about it all that much, which is probably good. You know, having a year which is not too great that's probably good. So I get the Corvette, can really enjoy it, and I don't have to worry about getting another $300 Lego set right after it. And just get the one I like, and not get the one that I don't really care that much about. So I can sort of see it now. uh, fully put together, and I'm happy with this Batwing. I'm happy that I bought it, and yeah, I like it. I enjoyed doing these streams. They're fun to do over my reading week. A bit of a break in work, which is probably needed. I was able to sleep in today, which was nice. Now, when I say sleep in, it's like 8 o'clock. But just to be able to do that, not have to worry about waking up. I really like these Fridays off, just so I have a bit of a break in my week. I can work, but during that Friday, but not just that, I don't have to worry about some sort of alarm, and just get up when I want to, go out on my walk, and then come back and do some work. But, you know, I sort of have power over my schedule. This stand is very similar to any other big Lego stand I've put together, whether that's the Guardians ship, the Benatar, or the UCS sets. This stand is very similar, just that it's dark bluish gray, or light bluish gray, sorry, instead of dark bluish gray. Talking Guardians, I'm really excited to not only the Guardians Holiday Special, which the trailer came out for, which I hope we don't get any more clips for that. Like, I really don't want anything else from that, just that trailer, and it drops when it drops. We don't need any more trailers. I don't want a trailer to spoil the entire movie. Like, I'm going to watch the main trailer, the teaser trailer, those two trailers for Guardians Volume 3. But other than that, I'm not going to watch clips. Because this movie is just so big to me. It's the movie I'm most excited for next year. Well, Indiana Jones is coming out, but I think overall, the Guardians, the last Guardians film, I'm just so excited for it. And for Lego sets, I believe there's 3 coming out, which I'm so happy that they're releasing 3. I'm a little disappointed that they're only releasing 1 Quantum Mania set, but I'm hoping that that Quantum Mania set is good. And at least as Kang, because it's going to have Ant-Man, it's going to have the Wasp. Now, Stature, I don't really care if we get her as a minifigure. But Kang, we need Kang. Of course, I don't know how long it's going to take him to actually finally getting around to making a Quantumania Kang. Or if they ever do, if they don't make it with this chance. And, you know, it's been known for a while that Kang the Conqueror would be the villain of Quantumania. So I see no reason why they wouldn't have him in the set. So I think 4 minifigures in this cheaper Quantumania set, Ant-Man, the Wasp, Stature, and Kang with some sort of quantum realm build would be a good set. And I think for a set like that for a new movie, the thing I want the most is good minifigures, and then you can follow that up with more accurate builds in the years to come, just like the Endgame's Infinity War, or Infinity Saga sets, sorry. So yeah, I'm hoping that set's good. The Guardians Volume 3 sets, I'm really hoping that Guardians have those blue outfits in the sets. But I'm just happy to get 3 sets that will include all the Guardians, just to get the full Guardians team. That's the thing I'm most excited about. When I was thinking about next year purchases, I'm going to buy all those sets day one, because it's the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm going to get the Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I don't know what the best theater experience is. I sort of need to do some research on the Cineplex, on Cineplex's best. Cineplex being the company that has most of the or owns most of the movie theaters in Ontario, I believe. It might even be Canada, actually. But actually did something with Cineplex once. I did a video for the Angry Birds film releasing. I did a promo thing. Had to do a few things, and it was really fun. I went to see The Jungle Book with my parents, and I was first waiting out in front of the movie, waiting in a line, first in line, and they asked if I wanted to do this, and I did it, and they did a bunch of people, and a few months later, went to the movies, and I was there, and that's one experience that I really remember. So I have pretty fond memories of Cineplex and just film in general. I enjoy going to the movies a lot. And the next movie I'll be going to, I guess, is Black Panther. But I think my favorite movie I've seen this year is probably The Batman, and then followed that, The Bullet Train. I really enjoyed that movie. Lemon and Tangerine. I almost said lemonine or something like that, trying to combine the names. But Lemon and Tangerine were my favorite part of the movie. I thought they were absolutely amazing. So I'd love to see Fastos and Quicksilver in the same MCU movie in Secret Wars. Just bring those two together. That'd be fun. But yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. And then The Batman was quite enjoyable as well. Now my favorite movie I've seen this year, so quite enjoyable. The Guardian sets, I'm interested what we're going to get. Of course, the big set is going to be the Guardian ship. I feel like that's a given. That's going to be what it is. But then the smaller sets, I'm excited to see what those are. I'm really hoping that in one of those sets, the High Evolutionary is in it. Like, if the High Evolutionary is not in one of those sets, I'm going to be really disappointed. Of course, the whole Guardians team is going to be there, which is exciting, but they have to make the High Evolutionary. Like, he's going to be the villain of the movie. He needs to be in the sets. Like, I'm trying to think of what the antagonist figures were in the sets for Volume 2. I think it might have just been the Ravagers. Like, you had Taserface, I believe. But there wasn't that much. There was the set with Aisha. So I think it was the Ravagers and Aisha were the figures that they had for the villains. But of course, no Ego, and I'm really hoping that they use the Infinity Saga wave correct to sort of right the wrongs, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I can really blame them. It's an upcoming Marvel movie. There's going to be secrecy behind it. You're not going to see necessarily the main villain and things, but we haven't even seen an official trailer in we know the High Evolutionary is the villain. Yeah, I really hope that the High Evolutionary is in one of the 3 Lego sets, maybe the biggest one, whatever it might be. I'm excited to see what comes of the Guardians sets, and I'm really hoping they're in those blue outfits. But even if they're not, and even if the High Evolutionary is not in the sets, I'm still going to get them, because it's Guardians, and I love the Guardians, and I'm going to get anything for the Guardians. Even if it's a 4+ set, I'll probably buy it, which I could see that being that $10 set that's coming out. No, I'm hoping it's not, and it's some cheaper set like that Eternal set that came with Icarus and Sprite. I'm hoping that's the style of the $10 set, and that it's not a 4+ set, but we'll see. And I think it'll be some good sets coming out for Marvel next year. It seems it seems like pretty good start to the year, just with the rumors of what is coming out. But yeah, this stand is really coming together. I think it's going to be better than next year, at least with how it's starting. I think to have a good Lego Marvel year, first off, the D2C set needs to be good. And it just wasn't this year. The two, they just weren't good. It's just how it is. They were just too big, too expensive. Now, of course, you can make big and expensive sets that are good. The Sanctum, now, it's not necessarily, it's not at the same price range, but it's still a really great set. I think making an Avengers Tower would be a really cool set. But yeah, those big buildings just seem to be really popular for Lego Marvel, and I'd love to see them. Bigger battles as well. Maybe some sort of Infinity War final battle. No Way Home final battle, of course, would be really cool. There's a lot of cool things, and I think a good DC set is a good way to have a good Marvel year. Of course, the Bugle came out, which is probably the best or one of the best Marvel sets ever. Probably one of the best Lego sets. So having a good set like that is a really good foundation for a good year of Lego Marvel. But I think other things, utilizing the Infinity Saga wave and having sets on different films that you didn't have the opportunity to make sets for. Now, I think one good set this year, the Iron Man Armory, just was too expensive. But it had some really good figures in it, and it's a set I'm excited to get at some point, because I really do want to get those minifigures, and it's probably just cheaper to buy the set, and if it is on sale at some point, which I could see it possibly being, I will get that set. This stand is actually pretty well built. It looks good. Okay, I think I'm nearing the end here. There's that minifigure display plaque that I'll have to build, but after I place these 8 pieces, the next step is the big one, the plaque. The thing I've been worried about for the last few weeks. Not really, it's not like something I think about every day or before I go to bed. The dreaded plaque is coming up. But it for sure has been on my mind ever when I build this set. So there it is. This is the plaque so far. And here is the Batwing. Back up a little bit. And let me see. That's a decent shot for it, right? You've got the cockpit there. It looks really good. There's some good parts here at the bottom for support. I do appreciate that, because if not, it didn't stay together as well as I would like it to. But yeah, I'm going to be back in probably about 10 to 20 minutes after I finish this plaque, and have just a small, like 1 or 2 minute stream just to show off this right at the end. So yeah, that is this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making these 4 live streams. Hopefully I can get those videos posted that I've recorded soon, but it's plaque time. See you soon. Bye. How do I end this thing? I sort of forget to end streams sometimes. It's usually the off button's right there, so I kind of go to there, but it's really up there. So bye.